Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am your guide, ManBearPig97, and today we have a special little treat for you. Up until now, I've just kind of streamed various points in a couple different games that I have already gotten into quite a ways. But today I want to do something special. As you can see by the title, we are on Day-R Survival. It is one heck of a mobile game. This is probably one of my two favorite mobile games that I have played thus far. The other one, of course, being Frostborn, because of course that is what I have been putting videos up on, is on that, and then the one live stream that I have of me playing around on my Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode for PS4. I was mainly just trying to get down the settings, make sure I had everything right on that. One day here soon, I would really like to do a live stream, maybe playing around with some Red Dead online, but that will be for a later day. Today, what we are going to do that I want to basically state is going to be a little bit of a treat versus what I've done so far. I am going to take you with me on this journey. This magical little journey through time and space. We're going to start a new game, and I'm going to take you with me on this journey, creating a new game on Day-R Survival. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Now for this one, we're just going to do easy, primarily with tutorial, because I want you to see the game for what it is. I woke up in the middle of an empty street. My body hurts. I need to get up. So then get up. Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember anything. I'll try to stand up. Then stand up. I have a splitting headache. I don't recognize this city. It's like it's dead. I should look around. So then quit stalling and look around. There are some garages up ahead. Maybe I should search there. To move, press on the location twice. So you're going to double tap. There's no one here, and it seems like there hasn't been anyone for a long time. But maybe I'll find something useful. So we'll click on the search tab. We're going to search. There we go. Get a little bit of fuel, get a hatchet, some ammo, some wood, and some cloth. Night came unexpectedly quickly. I won't be able to find anything in this darkness. I need to make a torch. So then we go to the crafting menu. We're going to craft up a torch. Make. Look, we got a torch! That's better. It's not so dark and scary with a torch. Now I can continue my search. Pick up all. I have to find food and think about where to sleep. I'll look in the house over there. Intact house. We're going to search. Rats. Ginormous, angry rats. They were probably attracted by my noise. I have to fight them off. So this is where we have our first battle. And I do really like the way that the battle works because it is a turn-based battle. It says grab the axe and hit the rat. So we're going to grab the axe. Oh, it helps if we... I'll have to shoot the next one. And I am double tapping. Tap once to basically select the enemy. Tap it a second time to attack. Time to finish this. It's going to make me shoot. Although I would rather save my bullets and walk up to it and hit it. But it is what it is. Filthy creatures, it's too dangerous to stay here. I have to grab things and leave. So now technically this game is... The story is set in the Russian area, near Moscow, Berlin, things like that. Can't guarantee I'll be able to give you a good Russian accent. I'll just go ahead and say that right off the bat. I should leave the city. I can chop wood and build a hut in the forest. I should leave city, move to forest, and build camp. Yeah, see, that was horrible. But at least I'm willing to admit it. Chop up some wood. We're going to go to craft, and we're going to make a fire because, you know, one thing that's very interesting about this game that I will tell you now, they do have a lot of different things in this game, and one thing in specific, it seems safe here, but I can barely stand. I have to eat something and get some sleep. When you sleep, when it is nighttime and you sleep, if you do not have a fire going, there are occasions where rats will actually come up and nibble at your inventory. They will eat your bag of loot. It won't take everything, but a good portion of it. You will lose some stuff, so it's always good to have a fire built when you are getting ready to make camp and sleep. Sleeping on the ground was rough, but the fire kept me warm and no one bothered me all night. Yeah, see, that's horrible. In the morning, I continued my trek through the forest. A few hours later, I emerged and found a small city. Yeah, I think we'll just stick to the regular accent. Zapolyny. Where have I ended up? I have a new level, and I can craft some new items. Yay me. The city greeted me with dead silence. I walked forward and stumbled upon an unsightly crater left by an explosion. Was there a war? I have to gather as many supplies as I can. Medicine, food, clothes. Let's start with the pharmacy. Task. Search the pharmacy, tailor shop, and canteen. Pick up items you find. So we have another level up. I wanted to start a new game on this because they have modified and changed this so much that it is fairly different from what I am used to playing. Note on pharmacy counter. Attention residents of Zapolyny. By order of the mayor's office, all shipments of medicine have been rerouted to the field hospital at the school. Medications will be provided in exchange for ration stamps. See the pharmacy manager to get ration stamps. Now you have the option where you can buy the one-time premium version of this game. And as you can see, every time you start a new game, it gives you a package with some gear in it, like what it is showing us now. But it'll also give us this little guy right here, the Raven in the cage. That is your first pet in the game. He levels up just like you level up. You can see experience 0 out of 10. With each battle he is involved in, he will gain levels up. Eventually, you can search for components. He gives more movement in battle. You can use him for diversions to where he will basically do like a sand attack or just buzz around the enemy. And it will throw, as you can see here, your opponent is distracted by the Raven and does nothing during their turn. So it is a good way to save yourself from getting hit during one turn. At least one turn. Now it's telling us to go to that next location, but I like to pick up as much as I can carry. That being said, I tend to wind up being overcumbered more often than not. But luckily, we have a bag we can wear. That's going to give us a little bit of extra carry weight. Put on the clothes. Now, I don't want to, everyone might be interested in using the chemical suit that you would get right off the bat with the premium version. I choose not to, because later on down the road, I need to unequip that before it runs out. Later on down the road, you can actually use that chemical suit to make a combined armor, which will give you some pretty decent stats. Based on what I've seen, the city was hit by some kind of illness. This was a real epidemic. They even set up a field hospital at the local school in an attempt to deal with the influx of sick people. Task: search the school. New advice. Large locations are composed of several areas: the library, the classrooms, the gym, the canteen. Try to search each area separately. And yes, as you can see, you can go to different portions of the location on these bigger ones. Now that tea right there, you want to pick up as much of that tea as you can find. That is very helpful. Very helpful. And we're getting our first random attack. Wunderbar. I didn't mean to do that, but I don't want to use up my gun just yet. I'm going to stick to that knot, really. Of course, I can't hit him in that succession. But what I love about the Raven, move up, do a little attack. Right now, it isn't doing much because, of course, he's, level 1. But then he gets 2 movements, so you can attack and then move him out of the way, because as of right now, he has virtually no hit points whatsoever. Mostly. I mean, he has virtually nothing. And we miss. But it's alright. I love this little guy. He is a heck of a asset in my book. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we don't need that school bag, because since we bought the premium version, we have this bag, which is going to give us 20 kilograms of carry weight, whereas that bag would give us 15 kilograms of carry weight. I believe it's kilograms. Kilograms. Pardon me. Seems like I'm always congested in these videos, but the reason being, and I apologize once more, first thing of a morning is whenever I do these videos, because I have a beautiful little 7-year-old daughter, and she loves to voice her opinions. You might not be able to hear too well of anything going on if my sweet little baby girl is in the background just a jabber-jawing away. Love the little girl to death, I do, with all my heart and soul, but she loves to voice her opinion. What child doesn't, right? And if you notice, even though it's too dark to search a location, I can still search the roads while it's dark, so that way I can get the fuel that I need. Oops. Walk back over here because I believe... Yeah, look, I didn't even pick up my stuff. We're going to break down the table so we can get some wood from the table to make us a torch. And I would recommend trying to... Every time you run out of torches and you need a torch, I would make as many as you can at one time. Or at least a backup. That way you've got your primary torch and a backup just in case... Which, as you can see, as soon as we get back to the location, the sun comes out just enough to search what we need to do. So this is an evacuation schedule just of the times that they evacuated on train schedules. And as you can see, the time that this game takes place in is the fall of 1984. Judging from the evacuation schedule, the residents left Zapolyarny a long time ago, and forgive me if I'm butchering that name, that town name. They took trains to Murmansk, closer to civilization and big hospitals with decent supplies. I should follow the railroad tracks eastward. Maybe I'll find a quicker way to get to Murmansk. And as you can see, it's telling me to go directly to here. And you can do that if you want, but if you notice when we start to back out, see all the little towns? Each one of those little circles is a searchable, lootable town that you can go to and loot up as much as you want. That being said, these little places right here are safe havens. If you bought the premium version of this game, which is, like I say, I believe it's a one-time purchase, every time you get to a safe haven, there will be one of those little chests like I opened in the beginning, waiting for you at each one, with a little bit of loot. That's just, I mean, it helps. It makes a big difference. So we're going to finish looting this place out. Looky there, we got a bicycle part. And of course we don't have tools yet. And search every person you find. Let's see if I have a few coins. I have 88. I have 88. Tell you what. Y'all didn't see this. And it's only 99 cents, and it also helps the creators of this game. It is worth it. I love the fact that their prices aren't that expensive. You can spend the 99 cent and just get you enough to get what you need. So that way now, I say that, I need to get one more 99 cent one. So that way I can go ahead and buy a toolbox, and I know that's kind of cheating, if you will, because then you're not really grinding the game out. But that being said, this toolbox will come in handy so much you have no idea. Starting a new game, I spent $2 whole. Got a tool to be able to access anything I need at all times. So now that I have why are you not? Hide home touch buttons. Hide. Thank you. Sorry, everybody. And go ahead and pick those parts up, because once I reach, I'm level 3. Once I reach level 10, I believe, yes, right there, level 10, I can make a bicycle. It will increase our carry weight by quite a bit. Now right here is something we need to consider. You notice my food and my water. There's water, 12 out of 100, food, 12 out of 10. So we need to eat and drink. One thing that you can do is you can hotkey your items. Like so. This way, you don't need to go into your inventory every time you need to eat or drink. And I'll show you what I mean as soon as I get done what I needed to do. Now, as you notice, there we go. Just tap your little icon buttons. That shows you exactly what is what. Your little quick slots, if you will. Rat Pack attack. Get down. But we don't want to exit. If you exit the battle, you don't get the experience you need to level your character up. How rude. And he bled out. Wunderbar. Oh, Lord. Now, if you notice in the sewer grate, that rat just got close to it. Red eyes popped up. He's fixing to summon out what will most likely be another rat. Once this turn ends, he will probably have another rat summoned out. Just like that. And this is a radioactive rat that has the hit points on it is 50 versus the others being 20. So it will be a bit of a longer battle with it. Not by much. Well, I say that as we miss the attack, making it take even longer. But as you can see, that particular rat is frenzied, so it is attacking any and everything it sees. That's why it attacked the rat, because it was the closest thing to it at that time. Keep an eye on the time here, because we got to make sure that we have, or that we don't go too far over our time limit, because then it will be difficult for me to upload this video. Not to mention, if it's too long of a video, people aren't going to see that. I mean, it gets too long, it's all going to start tasting like beans, right? This dude is determined to get things after him, because he is right there by that beehive on a post. My knife just broke. And he's liable to stir them up if he's not lucky. If I would have brought my gun, I'd have shot it just so it would stir it up. There we go, and he's bleeding. So he's probably going to be dead this next round. Oh no, he's got just the smallest amount of health left. There we go. Now, if you're desperate enough for the food, you can get the radioactive rat. I don't really see the point in it, because we have a little bit of food. We're not destitute right now. We're not in desperate need of food. Really? We didn't get half of that stuff. That's no bueno. See, that's something that they updated, where the things that you can get aren't guaranteed to have been gotten. But that's alright. We now have roughly enough bicycle parts to be able to make a bicycle when the time comes, so that's good. You also do not have to have light to search a safe haven either. And look at all the stuff we got from our premium cache, whatever you want to call it. Is good, yes, is Russian. And I love the fact that they actually have historic towns. Well, I say historic. Real towns in this game. Like, you could actually come across Berlin, Moscow, places like that actually do, exist in the real world. Granted, you're not actually going to them because it is a video game. But they base it off of actual locations. I am fairly close to being overcumbered. So we'll drop the rats, because we really don't need the rats. Let's go ahead and make a fire. And we will butcher a rat. What in the world? Rat meat! They have changed it. I love that. They've changed it up, and it no longer looks like a piece of steak. But see, you always want to cook the meat. Because if you notice, if you eat it, you have a 25% chance of attracting a parasitic worm. So we cook it, and then not only does it remove that parasitic worm chance, but it also will give you more food than what it would originally. So we're going to eat that up, yummy, yummy. Nothing like some, some skewed rat to get your belly full, right? Yum, yum, yum. It even looks kind of gnarly, doesn't it? Even cooked, like, look, it's got the little, string hanging. Oh, dude, is that intestines or where they just tied it onto the stick? I don't think I want to know the answer to that question. We got to level up. once we get to, what is it, level 5, level 10, something like that, we will start being able to select perk point, like perks, to give ourselves extra benefits. So now we need to make a hut so we can get some sleep. Got about 5 minutes left in this video. I may, if I have enough time, go ahead and make a second video immediately after. I'm not too sure yet. Now, just because I'm a nice guy, I want to extinguish that, and I'm going to pick that up. And let's move on to Kachinga. Sure. Please forgive me for those of y'all that do know Russian and understand exactly how to pronounce some of these town names. Please forgive me if I'm butchering it. In fact, feel free to leave a post in the comment down in the comment section and let me know how to actually pronounce it if I am pronouncing it incorrectly. Give me some feedback. I would love to hear it. Pick up all cigarettes you find, because they will give you a little bit of energy. But keep in mind, alcohol, cigarettes, anything like that, if you take too much of it back to back, you will become addicted, and it will have adverse effects if you aren't careful. And we're at that. Rat Pack. It's going to keep showing me this until I do it. So we're just going to go ahead and skip this battle. Just because it being on the tutorial, it is going to continue to show that message about escaping every single time I do enter a battle until I finally escape from battles. So we're going to go ahead and just do that real quick just to be done with it. Plus, we're running low. Nah, what are you doing? I wasn't trying. Okay. 27, okay. Checking the time, folks. Ooh, can I have the honey? Of course not. But I got the barley. Unfortunately, the barley, if you don't have a can of any kind, saucepan, something like that, some water, and a fire, you cannot have the barley. You cannot eat it. I didn't get the bite. That's all I will really take from that. Looky there. I like how they have changed this up. Nice. That is very peculiar, and I like that. Get a little bit of salt. That way I still get the XP, but I don't have to really deal with it. Probably don't need all this fuel, but I'll take it with me just in case. Once I start to get over encumbered, I can always get it. Or at least some of it. Why would I get the wine? Of course I'm not going to get the wine. That's better than the vodka, but no, I can't have the wine. So this is something that I personally like to do, that I prefer to do, is I will throw up a marker, a red X, over the town that I have looted already. So I know, don't go back to that town, there's nothing for you there. It's already been looted. As I walked, I found a handcar as old as the railroad itself. However, despite its ramshackle appearance, it started to move smoothly when I pushed the lever. I'll definitely get to Murmansk faster on this thing than on my own 2 legs. After going a couple kilometers on the handcar, I spotted a stream at the foot of an embankment. It was surrounded by a meadow densely covered with wild herbs and strawberry bushes growing right by the water. A pure, undisturbed spot. We could either pick berries from the bushes or search for useful herbs. Let's pick berries. I ate my fill of strawberries and even picked some for the road. By the time I was done, however, the sun had almost completely disappeared beyond the horizon. It would soon be dark. I have to keep going. Night fell. The earth was shrouded in a haze, and after a couple kilometers, the fog swallowed the entire world around me. I was tired and started to drift off to sleep. I can stop and make camp or keep going through the fog. We'll stop and make camp. I stopped the handcar. I certainly had no desire to fall asleep and fall off the tracks while I was riding on the handcar. I built a fire at the foot of the embankment and got ready for bed. Sleep. In the morning, the fog still formed a wall around my little camp. Nonetheless, I was glad to get a good rest at least, and I continued my journey with renewed vigor. Time to keep going. A couple hours later, the outline of a small station where the railroad forked emerged from the fog. The railroad switch is set to lead the handcar to a dead end, but its lever is completely rusted. I have to find a way to nudge it. Inspect the station. A concrete platform and dilapidated building. The remnants of bars jut out in front of the broken windows, and deep claw marks are scratched into the locked door. Should we climb through the window or break the door open with an axe? Let's break the door open because climbing through the window I'm liable to hurt myself. A few swings of the axe solved the problem of the locked door. I went in. Search. I found a half-empty oil can without much searching. I walked back to the handcar, oiled up the railroad switch's lever, and switched the track. Now I can keep going. Or stick around and keep searching. Let's keep searching. All I found after searching inside was some rope and a bottle of vodka that had been stashed away. I returned to the handcar only to discover a large lynx prowling around it. When it noticed me, it arched its back and hissed. I can scare it off with the torch, shoot with the pistol, or throw the bottle at it. Let's shoot with the pistol. I pulled out my pistol and shot at the lynx. The bullet hit the handcar, causing sparks to fly. Frightened, the cat leapt away and disappeared into the fog. Now I can get out of here. Keep going. Good job, bro. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. The fog retreated and the swamps gave way to woodland. From the depths of the forest emerged another narrow-gauge railway, parallel to the one I was on. A little further on, I spotted a train that had derailed. Let's take a closer look at the train. The front of the control car was buried in the earth at the foot of the embankment. The freight cars behind it had crumbled into a heap of metal, but a few passenger cars remained on the tracks. We can search the control car, search the freight cars, or look in the passenger cars. Let's do the passenger. All I found in the passenger car were a few ransacked suitcases, a pack of bandages, hey, and a lot of bloodstains. But where are all the people? Check the other cars. As I left the train, I noticed a human skeleton in the grass. Wild animals had done a thorough job on the train wreck survivors. Search for other remains. The train of bones led to the forest. From somewhere among the trees, a howl of wolves suddenly broke the silence. I better get the hell out of here. Get the handcar quick. The rest of the wolves' pack joined in the howling. I raced to the handcar and pumped the lever at full speed, trying to stop myself from looking over my shoulders. Keep going. I was getting close to Murmansk when I noticed something on the track ahead. I stopped the handcar and stepped closer. It was a corpse. Examine the body. The body had a filthy coat, a gas mask without a filter, and a travel bag around the shoulders. In the pockets of the coat, I discovered a newspaper rolled into a cone. Open the newspaper. Talks with the U.S. worsen. Look in the bag, take the gas mask off. Let's look in the bag. There were a few bandages in the bag, as well as a small device in a leather case with a strap. It looks like a strange radio and has a wire coming out of it with a short metal tube on the end. In the leather case, I found an instruction booklet for the dosimeter radiometer DP-5V. Turn on the dosimeter. When I flipped the switch, the dosimeter started to whir. I waved the sensor tube around, and when I passed it over the dead body, the whirring increased. The corpse is extremely radioactive. Remove the body from the tracks. I dragged the body down to the foot of the embankment. Now I knew what had probably killed the poor guy. Radiation sickness had consumed him from the inside out. Don't touch it anymore. The longer I stay near the body, the more radiation I will be exposed to. I'd better get back to the handcar as soon as possible. Next stop, Murmansk. When I was just a few kilometers from Murmansk, the railway stopped at a big crater that had been left by an explosion. There's no getting past it. Time to leave the handcart and explore the city on foot. Walk towards Murmansk. So we just walked past all of that stuff, supposedly, to get that far. Okay. Well, that is all the time that we have for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so thankful you got to do this with me, and we will continue this on the next video. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you want to see more, hit that like, subscribe, share it to some friends if you want to. Maybe even leave a comment down in the comment section to let me know what you'd like to see. And as always, have a wonderful day. I will see you next time.